Law number 16, use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much circulation makes the price go down. Ooh, say it louder for the people in the back. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you're already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave. Create value through scarcity. Again, that is such an important law in business. Create value through scarcity. Hello, beautifuls. My name is Giselle, co-host of the Strong Sunflowers podcast and founder and CEO of the Create app, an app created specifically for content creators. I can't wait to share this app with you guys. It should be launching in October, but before that happens, make sure that you follow us on Instagram so you can get all the latest updates. But today's video is all about the 48 laws of power. I'm super excited to get to read this book and apply it into business. As you guys know, I've created the Create app and it's a startup. I don't know anything about tech. I don't know anything about business, and I just been learning so much and recording everything here on my YouTube channel. If you're into business, if you're into anything growth, personal development, this is your place. Make sure you guys subscribe and let's dive right into this video. I've heard about this book before, but I really got interested in it when I was at my friend's house. We were celebrating him launching his own book. Shout out to Vic. His book is called Why Don't We Ask Why? And we were celebrating his book launch party as well as his birthday. And I don't drink, so I got a little curious and I saw that he had this in his book collection. And I thought learning about the 48 laws of power would be perfect as a new business owner. So let's dig right into it. Law number 1, never outshine the master. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. In your desire to please or impress them, do not go too far in displaying your talent, or you might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and insecurity. Make your master appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain the height of power. Law number 2, never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Be wary of friends. They will betray you more quickly, for they are easily aroused to envy. They also become spoiled and tyrannically. But hire a former enemy and he will be more loyal than a friend because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from your enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. Ooh, find a way to make them. By the way, we're gonna be digging deeper into each law of power. So if this is something that you're interested in, there will be plenty more videos digging even deeper into what he's saying. Law number 3, conceal your intentions. Keep people off balance in the dark by never revealing the purpose behind your actions. If they have no clue what you are up to, they cannot prepare a defense. Envelop them in enough smoke, and by the time they realize your intentions, it will be too late. I feel like I'm watching like a shark attack or something. Oh my gosh. Law number 4, always say less than necessary. This is something that I need to work on because I get so excited with everything that I have going on and I always want to blab my mouth. And I have to remind myself to just shut up. Just simply shut up. When you're trying to impress people with words, the more you say, the more common you appear and the less in control. Even if you're saying something banal, it will seem original if you make it vague, open-ended, and sphinx-like. Powerful people impress and intimidate by saying less. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Especially creating this new business, the Create app, making sure that I'm building a business with my values and my character. And this is like my baby. Again, this is gonna be my reputation on the line. And baby, I don't like doing trash work. Reputation is the cornerstone of power. Through the reputation alone, you can initiate and win. Once it slips, however, you are vulnerable and it will be attacked in all sides. Make your reputation unassailable. Always be alert to potential attacks and ward them off before they happen. Meanwhile, learn to destroy your enemy by opening holes in their own reputations. Then stand aside and let the public opinion hang them. This is this is intense. Number 6, court attention at all cost. Everything is judged by its appearance. What it's unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd, then or buried in oblivion. Stand out, be conspicuous at all costs. Make yourself a magnet of attention by appearing larger, more colorful, more mysterious. than the bland and timid masses. And baby, I'm a Scorpio sun and I'm a Leo rising, and I can 10 out of 10 say that, yeah, when you go into a room and you really compel that room and you stand out, you court that attention. And I feel like in business, especially when I get into a space that I need money and I need to go talk to investors, like I need to demand the attention in the room. Number 7, get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Use the wisdom, knowledge, and legwork of other people to further your own cause. Yes, use people that have talents that you lack. Not only will such assistance save your valuable time and energy, it will give you a godlike aura of efficiency and speed. In the end, your helpers will be forgotten and you will be remembered. Never do yourself what others can do for you. Woohoo! I feel like at the end of the day, that's kind of like starting a company, you know? When you think of Apple, you always think of Steve Jobs. But he got all those other busy bees to do the work for him. Even though it was his vision of what Apple could be and should be, at the end of the day, no one remembers the busy bees. Everyone remembers the leader, aka Steve Jobs in that case. Law number 8, make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. When you force the other people to act, you are the one in control. It is always better to make your opponent come to you. It is always better to make the other person make the move, right? Abandoning his own plans in the process, lure him with fabulous gains, then attack. Oh my gosh, I literally feel like I'm watching Animal Planet right now. You hold the cards. Law number 9, win through your actions, never through arguments. Like, I have learned that you can't argue with the people that are not at the same mental capacity as you. Any monetary triumph you think you have gained through argument is really a Pyrrhic victory. The resentment and ill will you stir up is a stronger and lasts longer than any momentary change of opinion. It is much more powerful to get others to agree with you through your actions without saying a word. Demonstrate, do not explicate. Law 10, infection. Avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. You can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are an infectious disease. You may feel you are helping the drowning man, but you're only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will also draw it onto you. Associate with happy and fortunate people instead. This reminds me of my own family and why I had to step away from them and really just separate myself from all of them because they were so toxic and unhappy and unlucky. Law number 11, learn to keep people dependent on you. To maintain your independence, you must always be needed and wanted. The more you are relied on, the more freedom you have. Make people depend on you for their happiness and prosperity, and you will have nothing to fear. Never teach them enough so that they can be without you. And the first part of that, I can definitely see it in business. Like, you want people to rely on you. Uber, Instagram, Airbnb. People rely on them to find a ride, find a rental property, connect with their friends like Facebook, making themselves indisposable. Law number 12, use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. One sincere and honest move will cover over dozens of dishonest ones. Open-hearted gestures of honesty and generosity brings down the guard of even the most suspicious person. Once your selective honesty opens a hole in their armor, you can deceive and manipulate them at will. A timely gift, a Trojan horse, will serve the same purpose. I'm really excited to dig into these because these are intense, man. Law 13, when asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. And this reminds me of, even right now, I'm starting a startup. It's a tech startup. I don't know anything about tech. I don't know anything about business. I'm learning so much, but at the same time, I'm going to be asking for help and talking to these people. So making sure that I appeal to their self-interest and not trying to beg for mercy because I need the help. If you need to turn to an ally for help, do not bother to remind him of your past assistance and good deeds. He will find a way to ignore you. Instead, uncover something in your requests or in your alliance with them that will benefit him and emphasize it out of all proportion. He will respond enthusiastically when he sees something to be gained for himself. Law number 14, pose as a friend, work as a spy. Oh my gosh. Knowing about your rival is critical. Use spies to gather valuable information that will keep you a step ahead. Better still, play the spy yourself. In polite society encounters, learn to probe. Ask indirect questions to get people to reveal their weaknesses and intentions. There's no occasion that is not an opportunity for an artful spy. Law number 15. Crush your enemy totally. All great leaders since Moses have known that a feared enemy must be crushed completely. Sometimes they have learned this the hard way. If one ember is left alight, no matter how dimly it smolders, a fire will eventually break out. More is lost through stopping halfway than total annihilation. The enemy will recover and will seek revenge. Crush him, not only in body, but in spirit. This reminds me of the Colombian cartel, Griselda Blanco. She was vicious. All the stories that I hear from her is that she would just destroy and obliviate entire generations. But she was basically acting in the 48 laws of power. You have to crush your enemy totally because they will come for revenge. Law number 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much circulation makes the price go down. Ooh, say it louder for the people in the back. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you're already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave. Create value through scarcity. Again, that is such an important law in business. Create value through scarcity. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Humans are creatures of habit, and they need to see familiarity in other people's actions. Your predictability gives them a sense of control. Turn the tables. Be deliberately unpredictable. Behavior that seems to have no consistency or purpose will keep them off balance, and they will wear themselves out trying to explain your moves. Taken to the extreme, this strategy can intimidate and terrorize. Well, damn. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. The world is dangerous and enemies are everywhere. Everyone has to protect themselves. A fortress seems the safest, but isolation exposes you to more danger than it protects you from. It cuts you off from valuable information. It makes you conspicuous and an easy target. Better to circulate among people, find allies, mingle. You are shielded by your enemy, by the crowd. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. You do not want to offend the wrong person. There are many different kinds of people in the world, and you can never assume that everyone will react to your strategy in the same way. Deceive or outmaneuver some people, and they will spend the rest of their lives seeking revenge. They are wolves in lamb's clothing. Choose your victim and opponents carefully. Then, never offend or deceive the wrong person. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. It is the fool who always rushes to take sides. Do not commit to any side or cause by yourself. By maintaining your independence, you become the master of others, playing people against one another, making them pursue you. Ooh, because they're trying to change your mind and trying to get you to convert to their side. Dun dun dun. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. No one likes feeling stupider than the next person. The trick, then, is to make your victims feel smart. And not just smart, but smarter than you. Who? Once convinced of this, they will never suspect that you have ulterior motives. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transforms weaknesses into power. When you're weaker, never fight for honor's sake. Choose surrender instead. Surrender gives you time to recover, time to torment and irritate your conqueror, time to wait for this power to wave. Do not give him the satisfaction of fighting and defeating you. Surrender first. By turning the other cheek, you infuriate and unsettle him. Make surrender a tool of power. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Live to fight another day, basically. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Conserve your forces and enemies by keeping them concentrated at their strongest point. You gain more by finding a rich mine and mining it deeper than by fleeting from a shallow mine to another. Intensity defeats extensity every time. When looking for sources of power to elevate you, find the one key patron, the fat cow that will give you the milk for a long time to come. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. The perfect courtier thrives, or companion, thrives in a world where everything revolves around power and political dexterity. He has mastered the art of indirection. He flatters, yields to superiors, and asserts power over others in most oblique and graceful manner. Learn and apply the laws of courtship, and there will be no limits to how far you can rise in the court. Basically, learn when to kiss ass and when not to kiss ass. But those are the 24 laws of power. I can't wait to share with you guys the rest. I feel like if you're getting into business and you're getting into talking to other people, and now you're gonna be swimming with sharks, especially if you're moving up the totem pole, the 48 Laws of Power is the book for you. Make sure you read it. I'll catch you guys in the next video right over here where we talk all about the next 24 laws. Ciao.